everyone. Thank you for joining us for our LCPL Spring Maker Camp. I am Miss Aisha from Gum Spring Library Makerspace, and joining me today is Miss Joanna from Brambleton Library Makerspace.
Hello.
This is a 2-day camp, and we will show you how to design a simple 3D printable object in TinkerCad and how to save that design in a format that it could be printed on our 3D printers, and how to submit it if you would like to get it printed at our library makerspace. All right, on our day 2 over here, we are going to start with a little review of day 1. And I would say if you have any questions or you would like to ask, you can type in chat. But if you are using Q&A, those questions we will answer after the presentation, or Ms. Joanna will answer them as the time permits during the presentation. But she will be basically following the chat, and she will be putting answers to your questions in the chat. So if you have questions about the project or the design and stuff, you can put them in Q&A and we can answer them. And at the end of the program, we will try to open up a Q&A session so that we can talk to you and ask, you can ask questions, just like yesterday. Somebody asked that they missed part 1. Can they still do part 2? I think you can. We will go over a little quick review of it. And we will probably put recording of this on our website, so you could watch that also. Yes. Does that answer the question? Okay. All right. So I am going to start. What I will do is I will share my screen. And first thing I will do is I will go over how we log into TinkerCAD, into our account, and how to tinker the design that we have already created yesterday. Once I get in there, I can put little, I can ask Ms. Joanna to put our design specs and design ideas in the chat again for people who missed it yesterday, so they can have those instructions when they want to design a project. Is that good? Do you think that's a good idea, Ms. Joanna?
Yep, I'm going to scroll back on our notes. Am I unmuted? Yes, I'm going to scroll back on our notes now and start adding some of that in for yesterday's review.
Thank you, Joanna. All right, I'm going to share my screen and go into TinkerCAD first and show you how to log back into your account. All right, ready? Let's see. Go back. All right. Here we go. Can you all see this? Okay. So now I am in tinkercad.com. As I said yesterday, TinkerCAD is a free web-based software. There's no download required. All you need is a login. You just have to use your email and password to sign in. So yesterday I showed the people who did not have an account, they can join in by clicking on join now and create a personal account in which you can, it gives you the option to use your Gmail account or your Apple ID, or you can just sign up with an email that you have and create an Autodesk account. I will sign into our Makerspace account and I will go to our account. Okay, put my password in. All right, so this is our Makerspace account. If you notice that on my account, you see a lot of designs. This is the design that we created yesterday, the keychain. And you can see this is my latest recent design that is here. These are my recent designs, but this is the one that we did yesterday. If I want to make any changes or I want to go back and save this as a format to be printed, all I need to do is go tinker this. But if I want to create a new design from scratch, I will go into create new design and I get to this part. And we talked about this yesterday, the work plane, how the work plane grid is in millimeters, and you can edit the grid by going to edit grid. You can click on this and change it to inches, because by default, it's always going to be in millimeters, and then update the grid, and there you are. So it became, and you can zoom in and out to see this. This is the viewing box from the top, front, right, left, bottom. And if you can look at your design from all angles. If you miss, okay, where am I? I should go back to my original. So you can just click on this home button and there you go. It brings it back to you. On this side is all our basic shapes that we could use to design, and we used the box tool and we used the text tool yesterday. Today, I can actually show you the Scribble tool also, which I didn't yesterday. So if I want to do something today with the Scribble tool, here you go. I want to create my initial keychain in Scribble. So here I will take the Scribble tool. And when I click on the Scribble tool, it gives me this drawing board kind of, which also has a grid. So here's my pencil or a marker or whatever, the cursor is a nib, and I can use my mouse movement and just create. So how about if I want to do my name in cursive? And I can just go ahead and design. As you notice that I did not, I kept them all connected. And you can see what it looks like over here. I can hide this preview if I don't want to. If I made a mistake and I do not like what I did, I can quickly do undo, or I can use the eraser. I can start again. And maybe this time can do a little bit better. It's just a little mouse control is needed. Here we go. And now you see that. Okay, so I think I am done. I will hide the preview. I can zoom in and then, where does it go? It usually gives us the option to go on there. There's no, oh, there it is. Miss Joanna is hiding my done button. There's the clear. There should be a done button too. Do you see it, Joanna?
I can see it. I think that we tried that one time in one of our run-throughs, and when you're sharing your screen, it cuts off where the done is.
So hold on, let me share. Yeah, I still cannot see it. Oh, here, yeah. See, one side is clear, the other side is done. When I click on done, okay, now I'm going to share again. Okay, so it was on my right-hand side that I guess it was covered by my own screen. So here is my name, and you can see that it is in 3D print. And same thing, you can resize it. Right now it's showing 1.153. Maybe I can make this 1.5. I can make this 4. And there you go.
Aisha, while you're doing that, can you demonstrate how to make something that's thick, how to make it a little bit thinner?
Yes, I will show how you can change the height of it. So right now it's showing 1/2 inch. I don't want that, so I can go here and change to 0.25. And that's now 1/4 inch. And this, I can turn this into a little necklace, kind of like a pendant. If I add it a little, I can just, put a string around here, or if I want, I could even add something like this. I can make this small. And if you notice that this is also 1/4 inch, what if I don't want it to be 1/4 inch? I can change this to 0.75 and then just put it right above. And here, I want the same exact thing up over here too, or over here between A and Y. Look on the screen where my cursor is right now. My cursor is on these square boxes that you can see, multiple square boxes. And then there's a 2 box. So that's copying. So I can copy and paste it. Or I can make a duplicate of it and just move it. So that will give me exact, so I won't have to resize. I will not have to do anything. It will give me exact same thing and I can just move it over. So how about I say duplicate? And you will see, here's my second one and I'm putting it right here. Okay. So right now, that's what you see. Now, if you notice that yesterday I talked about how you can change the snap grid so it does not move too far. You will only move a little bit at a time as I use my arrow key. And I think I am satisfied with this. So do you think it is a good print? Do you think we can print it? It's ready? One thing, I would have to group these because they're separate pieces. They're not one piece right now. So the printer will not print all the pieces if I put this for print right now. It's all separate pieces. So yesterday we talked about how we have to group our design. Let me show you again one time before we show you how to save your design. So first thing you have to do is click on the work plane away from the thing and select all the parts of your design. When you select that, you can see that this icon is now highlighted. I can see this. It says group. You can press Control G or you can just hit this icon and it will group it. And now it is grouped. Do you see that? Yesterday we mentioned that the colors do not matter. TinkerCad just picks whatever color. You can change the color if you want to your favorite colors, but we will print it in the color that you choose. And currently we have limit on color preference. We only have a few colors of filament, not a lot of variety. So if you want a color that we don't have, you can ask us to print it in white or gray, and you can paint it. You can use any kind of paint to paint your material. It will be fine. You can paint it gold, you can paint it silver, you can paint it gray or purple, whatever color you like. So now my design is actually ready to be saved. So let me go back to TinkerCAD and let me show you how you can tinker the design that you've already created and then save that design, the one that we did yesterday. This is the one we did today. I am ready to save this. I can go ahead and save it. But also remember yesterday we talked about how TinkerCAD gives silly names to our project and we can change that name. Right now it is calling it Fantabulous Snicket, which it is not. I can call it what? I can say pendant. And I clicked on it and I changed it. Now it's ready to be saved. I can go ahead and go to my recent designs, or I can just click on this colorful icon of TinkerCad and go back to the main screen of my designs. And you can see my two designs right there. Let's go back to this one. And for going back to this one, I will have to click on Tinker this. And there I am. Let me click on the home page so I can see it from where I was. Let's pick a different color so we can see all the parts. And this is our keychain right here. Does anybody have any questions regarding the design or want me to go over anything that I showed yesterday?
Let's see. I have one, which I'm not sure if you can do in TinkerCad, but is there a preview to see how your design will look before you print it other than what's on the screen here?
No, this is what it's showing.
Okay.
And you can zoom, that's what I believe, because you can zoom in and see that all your parts are connected. You have to make sure that they are connected. There's no gap between the base and the top parts. They should all be connected, otherwise it will not print well. If you think that they are not connected well, you can click on them, ungroup, and then click, make sure, use the black triangle and move it down a little, just tiny bit, and look in the back. Oh, right now it's too far down. So that means it was pretty connected, that just pushing a little has pushed it down. We do not want it that far down, so we can move it back up. I can quickly say undo, and it will just undo what I just did. So right now, I think my design is pretty good. You can also use the transparent tool to see how far your designs are. So I clicked on this transparent icon and the thing, and then I can see. Right now it's showing me this transparent. So if I select everything and then click on transparent, and you can see how far down they are. The heart is a little bit down, but this one is way far down. Do you see that? So it's pretty good. It's not, it's going to print very well. They are connected. So this is the good part that you can do, is that you can use the transparent tool to see all your parts are nicely connected. Okay, let's take this off. And then I am going to group them again, because right now they're ungrouped. It's one group, and see, it just picked a color. Is it still transparent? Yes, it is. Here we go. So now I can just go back and choose this color so I can see the design better. Okay, I think we are ready to now see how we can save this in a format that the 3D printer is able to read it and print it for us, because 3D printer prints in layers. And the file format that we use at our library Makerspace for our printers is called STL. So when I click on my design, make sure you click on your design before you go and you do export. Do you see these words here? Import, export, send to. We are going to use these two, export and send to, today. So
hey,
export, I'm sorry, yes.
Sorry. Could you slow down just a tiny bit when you're going over your instructions? Sorry.
Very fast. Okay.
Yeah, a little fast.
Thank you so much. Okay. So this is how we are going to save. We are going to click on our design first. Our design is selected. Now let's click on the word export, which says download and 3D print. Right? You click on export, this window comes up. And now it will say everything in the design or the selected shape. Well, we have grouped our design, so we will just say selected shape. There are 3 options for 3D print. Some 3D printers can use the OBJ format or GLTF. We have never used these format. We use the STL. So if you want to get this printed at the Loudoun County Public Library Makerspace, please use this format. So click on STL, and there we go. Now, what it did was it just downloaded it on my computer. So now I can put this on the SD card, stick it in the printer, and put it on the software that we use for 3D printers. It will slice it, it will put it on the printer, and printer will print it. Now, you can save this as like this on your computer, and if you have a 3D printer, you can put this, now open it in the slicer, whatever you are using for your 3D printer. There are several different types, and then you can put it on your 3D printer. But if you have to get it printed at the library, we will need you to send this link because currently our Makerspace is closed. We are not taking any in-person appointments or in-person, we're not offering any in-person service in the Makerspace. We are only offering online 3D print service in which you submit your design online through our website. And 2 of our Makerspaces, the Gum Spring Library Makerspace and Brambleton Library Makerspace, is open for 3D printing. So you get to select which branch you would like to pick up your design, and that design will be sent to that branch to be printed, and then you can come, we will notify you, you can come and pick it up once you are notified, or you can call and ask for a curbside pickup if you want, if you don't want to come inside the library. Is that clear? Any questions about that?
I have a few people asking if you could go over the just how to export again.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will do that
And
again.
go and just again a little bit slower.
Okay, ready? Okay, so first thing you have to do is once your design is ready, you know that it's complete, you're ready for printing. You click on your design so it is selected. Okay, now it's selected. So you will go up right above the basic shapes toolbox. You see the words import, export, and send to. We are going to first use export, which says download and 3D print. So you can download this design on your computer and choose a file format that's appropriate for that 3D printer. So I will click on export. When I click on the export button, this window pops up. So in this one, it says for 3D print, you have 3 file options. For our Makerspace in the Loudoun County Public Library, we use the STL format. So I will click on STL and it just downloads on there. So right now I've downloaded it twice. So it came up as keychain and then keychain 1. But it's the same design. So it downloads on my computer and I can find it in my download file when I'm ready to put it on the 3D printer, because I will have to open it in the 3D print software first and then download it on the 3D printer for the 3D printer to print. It does not directly go on the 3D printer. Okay? Is that all clear? All right, let's move to the next step. As I was telling you that you can get your design printed on our library, you can put your design on our library's website and we can print it in our Makerspace for you. But first, you have to create a link because you have to download, you have to actually give us that link of your design so that we can access that link and then we can access your design to print. So we are going to, next step will be to show you how in TinkerCAD you can make your design file into a link. You can generate a link by using this design file. So ready for that? Is everything ready now, Ms. Joanna? Everything is good? Let me check the chats.
Yes, I'm responding to a few at the moment. I see one that came to me. It's just another design question real quick. If you could go over it, it's just how do you move things to the top of a shape? So I guess build on top of a shape.
Okay, so let me put one more object on this and show you how we can move it on top. I can probably go over how you can even use a, actually I can go back to the current design that we just did with my name, little name pendant that I made. So let's go back to my recent designs. This one, I will tinker this one. And I can show you what if I decide that I want to make this into a little nameplate. So I will take a box. I will change the size of the box to 1.5 this way and 4.5 this way. Okay. And this I will say 0.5. I don't want to make it too thin. Now I want my name to go on top of this, but I want to rotate it that it's facing me. So do you see these arrows? This is for rotating your design. You can rotate this way, that way. You can even rotate from here. So I am going to just click here and type 90° and I want, here we go. If I want it like that, and I can just move it in. Now it's completely inside. So see this black triangle? Click and drag it to move it up. I will just move it up enough. So it's, if I do this, as we talked about, that it will print up good up to here, but this part, it's not gonna print in the air. So this part will not print well. We will have to add supports. And yesterday I showed this example of the supports that are needed to print the objects that are overhanging. Okay, so that's not a good design to print. I do not like that design, so I would not do that. So what I'm going to do is undo quickly to put it in the same position that it was. Don't change the orientation, just move this on top of this. Now, to move this on top, the easy way is you could use the arrow keys and move it up and then move it up with the triangle, or you could simply put a new work plane, move your thing back, put a new work plane right on top where you want this, and then move this on top. There we go. You see that? Now I don't need this work plane anymore, so I will just click somewhere else and it goes away. I can use my arrow key. I think I might need to change the size of this rectangle to be a little wide, maybe 2 inches. So this fits well. And there you go. As you know, I have showed you that we can choose the transparent thing for the whole design to see how far down it is on that block. Not too far down. So I can move this down a little. There we go. Right, let's take this off and we should be able to see. Take this off. We should be able to see. Is that clear? Now, if I don't like any of this and I want to start it from scratch, I can just simply click on them, delete, delete, and done. Nothing. Undo, undo, undo. Any questions so far?
Aisha, I don't have a question, but I am going to add the submission form to the chat box. So if you're looking
Perfect.
for that submission link, go ahead and open up that chat and you'll be able to see it in there.
Somebody
Okay.
asked, how do you draw your name? Well, probably did they miss the part that when I was showing the Scribble tool, we will have this program recorded, so you should be able to watch this again soon. Okay. Now I'm going to close this one, and I'm going to share the screen of the library website. Can you all see the library website now? This is our Loudoun County Public Library website. It's called library.loudoun.gov. As you know that we have several locations. Our Brambleton, Gum Spring, Rust, and Sterling have makerspaces. Right now, we are only offering 3D printing services at Brambleton and Gum Spring. Hopefully soon, we will be starting to offer printing services at Rust and Sterling too. So let me show you how you can get to the link where you can submit your project link. So if you go under services and you scroll down to Makerspace, click on Makerspace and you see our Makerspace page, and it tells you what equipments we have at the Makerspaces in our libraries. And right on the top of this page, you see the 3D printer right there, and it says 3D printing request. You can click here to submit your design file, or you can just click on the 3D printer to get to the submission form. Now let me show you what our submission form says. This is very important that you read the guidelines for 3D printing. Please, please, please read these guidelines, because we are following these at the moment. Because of COVID, we have very limited access and very limited service available. So please follow these instructions when you are submitting a design. The most important instruction is the size. We are currently 3D printing without any charge. Usually we used to charge for 3D printing service. It was a minimum material fee that we were charging. But right now, since the Makerspace is closed, we are not offering any in-person service, so we are not charging. But we do want to open up some 3D printing services for our patrons. So we are currently printing it without any charge, for free. So that's why we have a limit on projects. Your project cannot be bigger than 120 millimeters by 120 millimeters by 120. That is approximately 4.5 by 4.5 by 4.5 inches. So your project cannot be bigger than 4 inches all around. Maximum 4.5, no bigger than that. We will not print the design if you make it bigger. The other thing, it must be in STL format that I just explained to you how to create it in TinkerCad and how to change the format of your design to STL before you download. Once you have changed it to STL format, how to submit, I will show you that also. In TinkerCad, I will show you that. But now look at the design, submission, and production instructions right here. Using the online form, you can submit one print request at one Makerspace. You cannot submit one at Brambleton, one at Gumspring, one at Rust, one at Sterling at the same time. They're all one system, so we will print only one request at a time. Once that request is printed and we notify you and you come and pick that up, you can put another request in at any branch you want, but only one per branch, per print, per week. One patron is allowed to put one print request per week in one branch. And you have to pick up your previous submission before you put another submission in. Please remember these guidelines and these restrictions a little bit. And then also read about what type of projects we print and what type of projects we will not print. So please read all these carefully. Once you read all these expectations and all the guidelines, you click on this box that you have read everything. So you go to the next step to submit order. Now you go to the next step to submit order, and that's where your order form is. You're going to put your first name, your last name, your email, and then your phone number. This is all your personal information that will help us notify you once we finish printing your project. Now, pickup location, you can currently pick from one of these options. Hopefully soon we will have more options, but right now you can pick it up at Brambleton or Gumspring Library. Color, we have limited color selection at the moment. So we have black, white, gray, blue, and red. These are the color selections we have. So you can pick any of the color that you want. And this is where your file link will be copied. So let me go back to TinkerCad and show you how to generate the link of your design and copy it and paste it in here. Everybody understand this part? All right, let's go back to TinkerCad. Now I am on my design. Let me go back to my keychain. Okay. Here's my keychain. It is ready. So first thing I will do is I will select my design. It is selected. Then as we went to export over here, let's go to send to. Do you see this? The last icon that says right under the login icon, you can see send to. I will click on that and it gives me this box. You can download the picture of your design too if you want, but you will scroll, use the scroll bar or the down arrow and scroll all the way down until you see at the bottom, share over IM or email. In here, it says invite people. Now, let me tell you, Miss Joanna has actually put these step-by-step instructions in the chat, so you feel free to copy and paste somewhere so you can remember what to do. Invite people. When I click on it, it says generate new link. I will click on that. It is going to, is it because I did this before? So you are going to, let me try going back to my other design. Since we did not do that one, maybe that will be better. All right, let's try again. I want you to see the whole process. Okay, so I selected my design. I clicked on send to. I scroll all the way down, click on invite people. Yes, so you will see this first. If you're doing it for the first time, you will see this. If you have done it once, you probably just have to copy the link again. So generate new link. When it says that, now you say copy link, and link is copied. So I will go back to my let's see, move this down a little. Okay, I can close this. Then there is my, you should have opened it in the, right there. Okay, so I will click here and I will paste. The link was already copied, so I just hit Control V, or you can right click on your mouse and say paste, and I paste this. So I'm just going to test in here just so you can know. And then all this information has to be submitted. You have to put all this information in before you hit the submit button, otherwise it will not go through. So make sure all those little red asterisks that you see, this is all required information. So you will print, you will select your color, you will select your branch, you will put your phone number in, you will put your email in, you will put everything in before you submit. And then once you submit, we will get this notification and we will print it for you. We take at least 10 to 14 business days at this time because we are currently very busy with all the other stuff that we have been doing at the library to keep it going. Any questions regarding how to generate a new link in TinkerCad of your design? All right. Miss Joanna, did I miss anything?
I think you've got it covered. Could you show where to find the submission form one more time if you're on the library website? Show how to get to that form. Thanks.
Yes, I can. So if you go to the library website, our library website is library.loudoun.gov. This is our library website. It's library.loudoun.gov. And then you go under services and you will click on Makerspace. And as you go into Makerspace page, you cannot miss this 3D printer. So it says 3D printing request. You can click on the 3D printer or you can click here to submit your design file. You will click on this. You will read the guidelines for 3D printing, follow all the instructions. It also has some tips for design creation, like TinkerCad website is there. There's a website called Thingiverse that people publish their designs on there, and you can find some nice small objects, but not everything on TinkerCad is printable. Let me tell you that. But there are quite a few things, a lot of things that people, but there's nothing more fun than design your own design and print it. But if you want to search something, like I can show you this little cute octopus right here was on TinkerCad. That was designed by somebody else. And this fits our guide, size guideline. This is perfect size for printing. This was designed by someone by themselves. They designed this and carved some words on it. This was also on TinkerCad, and it does fit our size guidelines. So it's a pencil cup. So you can find things of Thingiverse that are useful, but you can design something yourself. Okay? As you said, see, you can paint them. And this is actually the blue color that we have available, if you want to know what blue color we have. Yeah, this is the blue color. Oops. So these were some of the design ideas. So I will go back to TinkerCad, and then what we can do, what we did yesterday at the end of the program, before we ended our program, we opened up a Q&A session. So, Joanna, do we have any questions in the Q&A box that need to be answered?
Let me see. The handful. We just got a new one. Is there a way to change the font of the text if you want to show them where to find that?
Yesterday somebody asked
quick.
about it. Let me show you that. Yes, we do have some options, not a lot. So if I put text here, and I would like to go change the text, here are the fonts. If you click on the down arrow, we have 4 options. Right now it's multi-language, sans mono, and serif. These are the text options. These are the font options that we have in TinkerCad. And you can change their, their thickness probably by this. Height. But height can be done with this also. This white box, this is called handle. This is the Z-axis, so height can be changed by clicking and dragging it up and down. Like this one is a thin one, so if I make it thick, see how it joins it? So if you want to just print this text, suppose I want to print this right now, it's all connected. So it will print okay, and none of the parts will be loose. But if I go and do this, these will be all separate letters. They are not connected, so each letter will come out separately. If I do this, I can connect this. Do you see? Some of the letters are connected. This did not connect very well. So some fonts will, some fonts won't. This did not connect very well either. They will all be separate unless you put something here to join them. Okay, everybody understand this part? how to do text and how to change font.
Yeah.
Any other question?
Can you show real quick how to check the dimensions of your design just to make sure it can fit within the constraints of
Yes,
our printer?
perfect. So this was not connected. So group this first. Okay. Now when after I group my design, it's one piece, right? So when I click on these boxes, it tells me this one, right now I'm in inches mode. So it's 2 inches here and then 4.5 inches. So this is perfect size for printing because it's only 3/4 of an inch in height. So we could easily, but you cannot say that, oh, I can, since that is only 2 inches and this is only 1/4 an inch or 3/4 of an inch, I can make this bigger and it will be okay to print. The size has to be within 4.5. It can be less than on other angles, but no bigger than 4.5. No bigger than 4.5. So make sure that you keep that in mind. So you can check your size by clicking on these white handles. You can see what your size is. And if I change the grid to millimeters, it will show me the size in millimeters. Right now it's 57.15, 114.30 millimeters, and this is 19.05. So you can do a 114 by 114 by 114 design. Any other questions? I think for a short time, like for 15-20 minutes, we could open up the Q&A and you all can raise hands. And as you raise hands, we could unmute you so you could ask questions. All right, Srita has her hand up, so I'm going to unmute Srita. You are unmuted, so ask your questions. Hi, how are you?
Good. My question is, how do you do the Scribble text?
Okay, you want me to show you that again? I can, definitely. Okay, let's move this away. And then let's go back to the toolbox and find the Scribble tool right here. When I move this up, I can, do you see this little circle? That's my drawing. So I can draw anything I want. I can draw and if you want, you can fill this up too. You can just completely fill it up. I can change the size of the pencil if I want to make it thicker or fill bucket or something, I think. All right, so I got everything. Now it's a little circle here. I can make a cat. And here is my cat face that I drew. I'll click on done and look at this. So now if I want to change the size of it, make it really small, and I can use this, change this to Okay, move this up. Duplicate this, make another copy of it, and put it here. And just to make sure that it is going all the way through, move this down by using the black triangle. And then if I want, I can make them a hole. Since my ears are hollow, I can just click this hole, and here we go. Let's make a little, give it a little piece here. Oh, that's too big. Oh, so can I move this up? I can. Do you see?
Yeah. I also have another question.
Okay, let me show you how I'm going to group this so it looks like. Here we go. So this is your own little, well, you can call it whatever you want to call it. You can call it a dog or a cat, or you can make a pig, anything. Okay, what's your next question?
When I was doing the scribble thing and it got next to my thing, so to my creation, so how do I put it on the scribble or the text on top of the platform I made?
Oh, okay, let me show you. So suppose I want to put this on top of this. So I am going to either use this to move it up. Oh, no. Move that up and put it right here. Make it small. Put it right on top of it. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So it's still a little bit away from it, so let's move it up. Use the arrow key. So it's completely attached to it. There we go. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. All right. All right, I'm going to unmute Dia this time. Hello, Dia. Hello. Do you have
Hi.
a Dia?
Yeah,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, what's your question?
Like, I have a question that, like, can I put my email or my mom's email?
Whatever email you check regularly, because you don't want to miss out the notification.
Yeah, and also, like, I don't have a phone number, so I don't know.
You can put your parents' phone number.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right. Next is MK. Hello, MK.
Hi. So how do you see the size of your creation?
I just explained that when you click on your creation and you click on these white handles, these white squares, it tells you. So this is in millimeters, 114.30 millimeter. That means 4.5 inches. Here it shows you the size of this. So it gives you the size right here.
Also, when how do you change like if it's like this to show like maybe like inches or some.
Oh, how to change the units of the grid? You click on edit grid, And here by default, it comes in millimeters, but you can drop down arrow in the units section and then choose inches. And then update grid, and it will change it to inches. So now, if you notice, it says 4.5 inch or 4.5 inches, 2.25 inches. Okay? Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, next is, let's see who else. Johnny, I am going to unmute you. What's your question? How are you?
How do you get to the website where you can watch all the recordings?
Okay, so the recordings will be probably on our website, on our library website, and also library has a YouTube channel that you can subscribe. So Loudoun County Public Library, okay? If you search Loudoun County Public Library, you should be able to see a lot of programs that we have been offering. And one of them would be this one too.
Can you go back to the keychain?
Can you go back where?
To the keychain?
To the keychain?
Yeah.
To go back to the keychain, I have to click on this, go to my recent designs, and then go back to keychain.
How do you make the ring? And
how did I make the ring? So, Mr. and I think Mr. Ennis posted in the chat the step-by-step instructions of the designing part also, and you should be able to watch the video from that. But on TinkerCad also under lessons, there are video tutorials that show you, but I will quickly show you that we take the ring, just put it up here and use your arrow key to move it next to your design. And then, so suppose if I go and ungroup this real quickly. So this is my ring right here. I have added the ring on the work plane, and then it made the size, whatever size I want it to be. And then I used the arrow key to move it and attach it next to my thing.
Oh,
okay.
When I tried to make the ring, I checked on the back that the ring kept floating in the air.
Oh, so
yeah.
you know what you can do? If you click on the ring and press the D key on your keyboard, it will quickly go to the, it will be attached to the, it will fall on the bed. So it will be right. So, or you can click on, and when you see this black triangle, you can use black triangle to move it to. So it's up above the surface. If I press the D key, see, it drops down. So you can do that too.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right. Next is Amrit. All right. Hi.
Yeah. My question is, is there any way to do like a cursive font other than like the Scribble thing? Like a perfect cursive font on the TinkerCad?
I believe, so if you go into, let me see, if you go to feature, you probably, I think there is right here. Do you see that? There are curved words. These are for curved surfaces, but I don't believe that they have any other fonts either. They don't have any font. It's very limited fonts in TinkerCad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Does Hershini, let's ask Hershini. Hershini, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, what's your question?
Is there only one shade of color for all the colors that are available so far?
I'm sorry, what did you say about the colors?
You said there was only one shade of blue, so is there like one shade of
Yes,
Barbie color?
yes. This is the only shade of blue that we have right now.
Is it like that for all the other colors, like black, white, gray and red.
One shade of each color. We have gray is just regular gray, no, not light gray, and black and white and red and blue. These are the 5 colors that we have available at the moment.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Akshaya?
So I was doing like a ring, and I wanted to put something on like the surface of it, and I wasn't able.
Akshaya, I'm sorry, I barely hear you. Can you speak a little louder?
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay. So I was doing a ring on TinkerCad, and I wanted to put like something on the surface of the ring, so it's like a little design, but I wasn't able to do it. So do you have any like suggestions?
Like what type of design you mean?
Just like a circle on top.
So you're using the ring and then you want to put a circle on top?
Yeah.
How would that work? Because if you're putting the ring and then you put the circle, then it just becomes a circle, right? It will just be a sphere or
Oh no.
would
So
you?
like, see, there's a ring, and then the middle part is like empty. The
Uh-huh.
outside ring where like a diamond or something usually goes, I want to put a circle in that place, but I wasn't able to do that.
Okay, so suppose I take, is this the blue ring you're talking about?
No. Scroll down more.
This ring?
Yeah.
Okay, and then what circle were you trying to put on it?
I took the cylinder and I made it like flat.
Okay. So
Then
first, you can put it right here.
out to the side, like.
Oh, you want to put it right here, like that?
Yeah, but facing front.
Is this how you want to put it?
No, like when you wear a ring,
Uh-huh.
you put it on your finger, and then on.
Oh, I see what you mean. So you have to rotate this.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I click on the ring, and do you see this rotation?
Uh-huh.
So once you see the rotation, hold on. Once you see this, you could rotate like that. Okay. And then you could move this. Okay. Now do you see this is halfway down? It is
Yeah.
work plane. Okay. So what you will have to do actually is you will have to group this. And then once it's one piece, move it up. And on the printer, we will not print it like this. We will have to print it in a different orientation so we don't put any supports here because otherwise to add supports here and that will be not too pretty. So we can be printed upside down, right? Right, Joanna? To make it, but if there will be supports, there will be supports inside this ring. But I believe if it's a curve, it might.
If it's printed with the circle side like down.
Yeah. So if
the ring itself might not need supports, maybe a little bit just in the middle.
Yep. And that's what I am thinking too, that if we print it, let me show you how we're going to print this. On the printer, it could be printed. What? Come on. All right, let's just. Oh, this is this is the way to print, but this will have supports, okay? So if we print it like this, then it would not need supports and it will print. Right now, it's not in the right position. We have to have this in the right position. So, you know, your ring is properly designed and all that. So we have to put it, and then you will design this, and then this is how it will be printed. But if you put something else on top of that circle that is pointy or sticking out, then it will be hard. Then we will have to print this with supports, and you can remove the supports.
No, I was just gonna do this, so I'll just put it that way.
Do you understand the part now? Okay, good question. Actually, this was very good. I'm so glad that you asked this question. Okay, any other question? Are you good? Okay. Who else is raising hand? Anvita. Hello, Anvita.
Hello. Okay, so wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to make like a pencil holder thing. So I wanted to make like rings that go on the side of it. So I first made the base, but I'm using like the what's it called? The torus for like the rings on the side. So is there a way, like an easier way that I can make a new shape the exact same size as the base?
Well, I showed you how you can duplicate, right? So you make one and then you can click on it and just duplicate and put as many as you want, and then you can place it wherever you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like okay, so it's like it's hard to explain. So I have a circle base, okay? It's closed and everything. I'm trying to take the torus, and then I'm gonna take that and kind of like stack it up on like the circle base, but I want it to be the exact same shape. But the circle as my base is bigger than the torus. So is there an easier way where I can make the torus
You mean this circle, the sphere?
No, okay. Okay, I took a cylinder.
Cylinder, okay.
And then I made it like shorter.
A pencil holder,
Yeah, I made it like shorter as the base. So I like wait, sorry.
Is this how you make it?
Yeah, like that. And I'm going to take the torus thingy, the ring thing. And then but I made the what's it called? But I don't want the pencil holder to be one size, like one small size. So I'm asking, like, is there a way, so if I make this the cylinder bigger, is there a way that I can make the torus the same exact shape, the same exact size, but like in a more
Okay, so if I put the torus on top of this,
yeah.
okay, and like this, is this what you think?
No, like I'm gonna take multiple of them and stack them up on each other, like that.
Oh, you want to take multiple of them and stack them on one on top of the other?
Yeah.
So you could. So what you can do is duplicate, move it up whatever size, and then just.
Yeah, but what I'm, wait, so we can, oh, okay,
Hold on. So this is what easy way to do it. First, let me show you. So you put this one.
Wait, can you like group everything together and then make it one size?
No, you can do this, highlight these two, and then duplicate.
Okay.
Move it up.
Yeah.
Duplicate, and it will continue as many as you want.
Okay, then if I group, okay, so if I start off with.
And if you group this. Yes.
I group that, and then I put
Uh-huh.
it on top of the cylinder,
Mm-hmm.
and then if I group the whole entire thing with the cylinder, can I resize it?
Yes. So if you group with the cylinder, and then if you want to make a duplicate of this, and you want to resize this one,
So I can
Is-
like make it bigger, I can make it higher.
yes. Is this what your question was?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
But do you see that when you resize this, these cylinders, the size of this and this is
Yeah.
different?
They're skinnier. Yeah.
Yes. So that will be that, yeah, it will change the size. But do you see that? So that all can be fixed if you want to make sure that you know what size it is. But yeah, when you resize after grouping, it will resize from all angles.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome. Good question. Very good question. We have just about 10 minutes left. So if you have already asked the questions, if you could put your hand down so I can actually see who has not had a chance yet. I would appreciate it.
This is Shrita speaking. I have actually another question.
Who's that? Who's that?
This is Shrita here.
Hi, Shrita. Yes.
I live in Ashburn, but you say Brambleton Library and the Gum Spring Library is open, but I live in Ashburn Library near the Moorfield Station Elementary School that has also a library. So I don't know what to do when
Well,
I live in
if you would like to pick your design at the Ashburn Library, when you put your request, you can call the Brambleton Library and tell them that you have a 3D printer to be picked up. Can I pick it up at Ashburn? Or I think we will put our email in the chat. You can email us directly and we'll make sure that you get your design at Ashburn Library to be picked up at Ashburn. We'll send it over there for you. That's not okay. So we will put our email addresses in the chat so you can contact us. About any printing questions, you can definitely contact us.
Okay.
You going to do that? Somebody said they have a question and cannot raise hand on the computer.
Yeah, that's Abigail. If you want to unmute
Okay,
her.
I'm going to try. It's Abigail?
Abigail, yes.
Okay, I will try and get to her. All right, let's see. There's Abigail. Will you be able to unmute her? I don't see her. Oh, I see. Abigail Runo? Abigail, can you talk now? I tried to unmute her. I don't see her in my list and I'm trying and I cannot unmute her. All right, Abigail, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
it's working now.
Now I can hear. Okay. Hi, how are you? What's your question?
My original question is, could you could you Gmail this on? Am I still able to Gmail you on my school account? But then I realized, but then I couldn't get a response. But then now something's happening. Now my grandma has the link on her computer to the 3D model, so now I can do thing.
Okay. So if you have any questions, Abigail, that is regarding the 3D design or even just for 3D printing at the library, you can email either Miss Joanna or myself. We have put our emails up in the chat, so just note that down and then you can we will get back to you. Okay?
I don't know if the school.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
I'm not using my school Chromebook for this, but what I'm trying to say is my school Chromebook and account normally doesn't allow me to Gmail people.
Okay.
So I'm using my grandma's account to get to here.
That is fine. That is fine. You can use that email, or you can for TinkerCad. You could. Do you guys use TinkerCad in school?
No, I just made the account today for my school account, so that's why it was a long process.
Okay. So you can use that through your school account, or you can just use a Gmail account that you have from your parents or your grandma, whoever's account it is, if that is easier for you. But
I have a second account.
Use a school account.
I have a second account, which is a personal account, but it doesn't work for anything right now because
of the Chromebook. Yeah, but
I think
I
already have. No, I have devices that work with it. It just it can't be used because everything on it is blocked.
Okay.
End of story.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Amrit. I'm going to unmute Amrit. Hello, Amrit.
Oh no, I don't have any questions. You already answered it.
Okay, thank you. So can you please don't raise your hands, put your hand down. If you can just click on it so it will not be raised. I think I didn't get to Catherine. I'm going to get to Catherine to see if she has any questions. Hello, Catherine.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I actually have an answer for one of the questions somebody asked. You can't email other people out of like LCPS, like out of your school account, like anybody out of your school because they want you to be safe. And then I also have a question, about something else. So I was trying to make a bunny, so I found some bunny ears like in a sphere, and so like I went to the all shapes, but like the sphere, so I took the sphere and put it up in the air, and I took the bunny ears and put those up in the air. And
okay.
Is there a way that you can like add like something like a plump body to is there like a body like besides a head? Like is there like a body that has?
You can explore all these different tools.
I've already figured that out. I figured out that there's basic shapes, text and numbers, characters, connectors. Yeah. Every single thing. And then I went to the shape library to look, which I'm in right now looking at.
Okay. So yes, you can, as long as it fits the size. And also, just to let you guys know, if you submit a design and we see it, that it is not going to print well, or the connections and the parts are not connected well, we will probably get back to you. So ask you to fix your design or give you suggestions how to fix your design or what to do. But please make sure that when you submit your design, all your parts are connected, and some pieces might need support, and then you can remove the supports by using tweezers or little pliers and stuff. So, okay. Does that answer your question?
I also have one more question too.
Okay. Quickly, we have only 2 minutes left.
So there's a design for like those lucky cats thing. So there's a design thing for a lucky cat, and is there something like, can I attach things to the lucky cat, or do I have to keep the lucky cat to the design that it
You
already?
can attach things, just like I showed you how to attach things, like, you can group them together after you put them close enough that they are close and attached, and then you can just group them together.
Okay, that answered all my questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. All right, the last one is Gada. I'm going to ask Gada. Hi, how are you?
Hi. I have a question on. So I have like 2 questions. Is that okay to ask?
Yeah.
So the first one is, so I am on iPad, and whenever I try to type on text, it doesn't let me type.
Oh, remember when you put the text tool in, you have to make sure that when you put the text tool in, you have to make sure that in this box here, you highlight this word. Once you highlight, then it will let you type. Otherwise, it will not.
Okay. And my other question is, how do I make like a cup?
A cup?
Mm-hmm.
You mean using the cylinder and then putting a hole in it and making a cup?
Yeah.
Well, so you could do different types. You could even pick something like this and turn it around. Okay, and then make this bigger, a little bit higher. You see that? And then you can use this cylinder and make it a hole. And you can put this, let me see. You see it?
Mm-hmm. And if I want to make a triangle, if I want to make an eraser,
But make sure that it's not cutting all the way out. Or you can even make the same shape, take another duplicate of it and change that to whole and resize it and put it in. Just doing it a quick show here for you so you can see how you can make it into whole. And here we go. See, like this. And then you can add a handle or whatever.
and can we wash it, like the cup?
Well, the filament that we use is a plastic filament, so it's not, it's not recommended to, but you can try it. We know put plants in them, so probably they do put a little bit water and it can survive, but I'm not sure if you can wash it. Cookie cutters are made too, so yeah, you can clean them. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you. All right. So I believe we are close to the end. If anybody has any question, quickly put it in chat. Otherwise, we hope that you really enjoyed the program. Please give us a feedback and how did you like it? Was it helpful? Did you learn from it? And would you like to have another one similar to this? Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for joining us. It was our bye.
Bye. Is there also a class where there's sixth graders have to do it?
Yes, we have another class that is being held tomorrow and day after. That's for teens and adults. Yes, and that's for sixth grade and up.
I have a question. Like one
Yes.
last question. Is there a way that we can get rid of the blue outline on the thing, on the creation, or when you print it, it will just be the color we selected?
It will just be the color. Yeah, there's no outline.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much.